Muted. Hello, everyone. I'm Stacey McGonigal.
I'm Jason Ross.
Friends and family, it's really been quite the time. I am sweaty. I am red in the face. I do want to talk about it on my own time. I'm a mess.
It's all fitting. We jumped on this morning and Stacey said, why don't we call these things Fun Fridays?
No.
That's where Stacey's at.
Jason came on. We have guests today. They are lovely friends of ours. And so they will at least.
So she let them know you're on a Fun Friday. She let
Jason
them know that.
Told our guests this is a fun Friday. And I literally got diarrhea because it's the lamest thing I've ever heard. That's what your mom says. We have to do something shitty. She's like, it's going to be fun. You like your cousins. Michael.
Yeah, but for me, it's very sincere. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds great. I do love my cousins. Let's go have a fun Friday.
Exactly. My hair is going to be what my hair is going to be. I decided to work out this morning. I'm still sweaty hours after the workout. I look like a mess.
She worked out on a Peloton. Please sponsor us.
Yeah. Please sponsor us. I was trying for over 2 years. It didn't happen. So, but I hope it happens now. I won't stop sweating. I can't even look at myself in the chat. YouTube.com/theregulars. See this madness. I can't. Jason, how are you?
The best.
There is a man from a cable company trying to set something up for my neighbors and consistently keeps knocking on my door and buzzing my doorbell. And I keep saying, hey, stop doing that.
Are you sure this isn't the right house?
Exactly. That's what he keeps saying. He goes,
because it's on my clipboard here. It says that this is the address. Well, there's more than one apartment.
Listen, were you standing beside me? Because that's exactly what's happening.
I can't promise I won't knock again.
Burger's going wild. So today's already off to a start, but we have amazing guests today. Jason, do you want to do the intro while I fix my top knot?
100%. These are two of the loveliest people on the planet. Even though at least one of them will tell you they're not, but they are.
They are the nicest.
They are.
Funniest.
One of them from Second City down here in the States, and the other one was in shows with us in Second City in Toronto. It's the best people in the world. Give it up for Adam Peacock and Allie Price.
Hi.
Hello.
There we go.
How are you?
You guys were like peeking out the closet door or something together at first.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it was weird. I was like, oh, is this how it's going to be the entire time? Okay.
Stacey's got you.
I got you. It's a rough start, but we're going to figure it out. I'm so excited because we had you on our podcast before you were separated, which was heartbreaking. And now we are back together. The lovers are reunited, and that's really exciting.
Yeah. And it feels so good. You know?
Yeah. Which is from what song?
I was going to start singing it, and then I was like, Stacey's going to rip the hell out of me for trying to sing the song, and I gave up.
You know what? My brain went to the exact same place, Jason. So
did you really?
Yeah, 100%. Reunited and it feels so good.
Not fair. Allie has a beautiful voice, so not fair. Not fair for me.
Allie has.
You can sing that song. You have a lovely voice, Jason.
Reunited and it feels so good.
See, that's gorgeous.
Stacey's fiery in the head right now.
Did you have to tell Allie the song you sang for Book of Mormon?
Oh, I didn't even remember.
No,
but was it Penny Lane?
He sang Penny
Lane was your audition song?
I don't know musical theater. I don't know what to do.
Well, what did you call it?
I said was it to the music guy? I was like, to the music, they're like, can you go talk to our musical director about like how you want to do this? And I walked up and I was just like,
the accompanist.
Sure. I just said, like karaoke style. Can you, I don't know. Just play the song.
You didn't call him a musical director. You said piano man.
Piano man.
Don't call me
you
that.
You called him a piano man?
To the people, they're like, can you go talk? And I was like, yeah. I didn't know anything. I'm dumb as like musical theater. I do not know that world at all.
You said, I'm singing.
Sure.
I'm singing Penny Lane.
Sure. I just don't understand. Like, I get that you don't know musical theater. That's fine. Why was your first choice of the whole repertoire of songs beyond musical theater? Why was it Penny Lane?
I have no idea. I didn't even remember because this is a long time ago. This is like when Book of Mormon was auditioning, so it's a long time ago. But then I found the sheet music
top of mind. Penny Lane wasn't ever top of mind.
I'm not saying it was top of mind. I said I don't even remember my mindset of why I picked that song, because then I went and looked for the sheet music that you have to go buy the sheet music or whatever, and then I was like, that's the one I picked. Even now I'm like, Well, I don't know what I was thinking.
You know what? I have done similar things. I did an audition once where they specifically wanted like a pop song and not a musical theater song. And when I look back on my decision, I was like, why did I think I chose Summertime Sadness or something by Lana Del Rey. Like the worst. Just the worst song.
I sang the entire Tom Petty Wildflowers album for my football tryout.
You guys are gonna want to sit down for a bit.
I didn't get it. I didn't make the team.
At least
They're like,
you
I
called
think
it
he's
a
already got a
tryout.
concussion. We got to kind of keep him out of here.
Well, listen, we already have someone in the chat who may or may not be a friend. He says, "Oh my God, who is that sex machine in the pine knob tee?"
You know
So
that guy?
yeah,
Oh shit.
No,
it's a really nice tee. It's a really nice haircut. It's a really nice story. I hope you got quarterback.
No, I didn't make the team at all.
Oh, okay.
I was no. They were like, you're not welcome here.
Well,
You know what?
You don't even go to this school.
I don't even, but here, Adam tells a story like that, and then you're like, he probably made the team, but was just too sheepish to ever show up to try
my friend.
What do you call them? Rehearsals?
Yes, football.
Yeah.
Rehearsals. My friend Tim got me on the team, and I joined the team on a Friday. Practice was Monday, and I quit on Monday morning.
There we go. That sounds like a more accurate
It's
version
too scary.
of yes.
think of all the hunks you could hang out with.
A lot of hunks on that team.
A lot
This
of
man talks himself out of doing stuff all the time.
Yeah, I do that too. It's really fun when it works out for me, but it's a hard fall when I can't convince myself, you know? So it's
That one might have been a blessing though, too, Adam. Like you talked yourself out of a football.
but what if
I mean, maybe it's true. You could be playing on the Chargers right now. Who knows?
Yeah. He's a big guy.
I'm a big guy.
he's a big guy, man.
I think
you got other friends trying to throw burns on the comments now too, I think.
We love pals in the chat.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in a fantasy football league with both of those guys.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, pure fantasy.
Hello. Adam says, when I auditioned for Evil Dead the Musical against my will, I sang Riff Raff Street Rat, the song from Aladdin.
Adam would have done that and then busted into a Billy Talent thing right after, I guarantee you.
Ew.
I would have loved. I would love to see Adam Colley earnestly singing that song.
Me too.
Because it's a very earnest song. Like it's all about him living on the streets.
And doesn't the beginning of that song start a cappella?
It does.
Oof.
It does.
Oof, tough beginning. Riff raff. I've been like, ah!
I want to. If I was in that world, though, I kind of want to be behind that desk and just watch. I would just audition people that know nothing about musical theater and just watch what they do. Because then you would get a bunch of me and Adams walking in there and being like, "Okay, here you go."
You know, your story about the Book of Mormon actually makes me sad because you would be amazing in that role.
You would.
But knowing that
I tried. I got 2 auditions for it.
You're no Josh Gad.
but like the
I don't like Josh
knowing
Gad.
that you'd lost it. Yeah. What did you say, Allie?
But I don't like Josh Gad.
No. I know that. I think
Like every time I see him show up in something, I'm like, really? Of all the people in Hollywood, all of the talented folks in Hollywood, I'm not even trying to say that Josh Gad isn't talented. I guess he is.
Sure.
I can't get past just how irritating he is.
I completely get that and see that. And
He's our biggest listener. So
Oh, no. I'm not going to get cast in the new Josh Gad project.
oh no.
No.
Although have you watched Central Park? Because it's really good.
Oh, is it? No, I haven't. I love Bob's Burgers, though.
Let me tell you, I have most of the soundtrack on my phone and I listen to it all of the time.
Oh, of course, because it's a musical. I forgot about that. That's
It's a
cool. And he's in that?
Not a lot, which is what we like.
Okay. All right. Yeah. He's a small helpings type of guy.
Oh, and this is then you'll love it because it's just a little, hey. Yeah. And Jan
Small
said,
Helpings would be a good title for like a self-help book.
Oh, Jan says Josh Gad is a sponsor of this podcast.
not anymore. Probably not anymore.
Well, I am so sorry. You know what?
It's okay. We're
I'm
not doing this for the money. We're doing it for the
right now.
passion.
it's a passion. I will say, you do like your apartment looks very shishi wee wee.
It's beautiful.
All
I
right.
love
It's the white, it's the green, it's the couch. It's very
Oh.
much.
Thank you. This isn't even a particularly good vantage point. It's just a place where we can sit side by side.
Cute.
Also, you're gonna love this little addition too.
Oh my God. Is that a dog?
No, we're just dog sitting.
Oh, he's so cute. Who
He's
is
the
it?
cutest dog. His name's Buddy Dogtown.
Wow.
Buddy, look.
Quite the handle. Buddy dog.
Hi,
tail?
buddy.
What's up, girl? Oh my gosh. We listen, I just keep my dogs in the back. They're probably licking their feet. Victor, can you not? That was his wiener. You guys really need to watch Central Park. It's very good. Like,
Cool. How do you watch it, Stace?
illegally. There is this thing called Plex, which I've just found out about. And for people who download things, which is not me, it's like a server you can go on and you can add people to your Plex account. So when I meet people and they go, I got a Plex, I'm like, hey, you want a friend? And then I get added on to that. Does that make sense?
No.
So it's like a Google Drive kind of thing.
Oh, okay. But for TV?
Yeah. So then it organizes it and it looks like Netflix, but it's just everyone downloading a bunch of stuff.
It's all illegal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. It's nasty.
Yeah. It's illegal, but it looks a little bit more legit.
It feels legit. It's on my Roku. Great. So,
If it's on your Roku, it's not illegal. You're good.
yeah, exactly. So, so I just watched that, but it's really good. And just a sprinkling of Josh Gad. We've got some Andrew Rannells on there. Most of the cast of Hamilton.
Oh, love that.
Leslie Odom Jr.'s on it.
Oh, wait. Who's Leslie Odom Jr.?
He's from
Hamilton. He played the dude
played-
that shot Hamilton.
Yes. Oh, he's the best part of Hamilton.
I agree.
We, like everybody else, finally saw Hamilton when it came to Disney Plus.
Me too. What did you think?
You know, oh boy, I'm about to say something very controversial, I think.
No.
I loved it. My least favorite was Lin-Manuel.
Oh my God, that's what we said. He's the worst.
He's the worst one. And then that guy, I thought that was who you were talking about because it was like, I couldn't remember his name, but
Aaron
that
Burr.
guy who played Aaron Burr was amazing.
He's unbelievable.
Amazing.
Yeah, and Aaron Burr doesn't have the biggest part either. I was like, that guy needs to be out there more.
He has a
It's
pretty
big.
big
It's pretty big.
He's the main guy.
I think I think Hamilton's the main guy.
after Hamilton.
Yeah.
After Hamilton,
If everyone else was going to be called Hamilton, it was going to be called
This is
Burr.
all I'm saying is Leslie Odom Jr. should have played Hamilton is what I was saying.
Maybe.
I'm such a douche that anytime I spend a $10 bill, I'm like, that guy got shot.
But I don't
Sure,
mind.
because I want to pretend like I'm smart, but I'm not.
Inside might have been Adam Peacock.
I just want to be like the Tina Dairy Queen when you say that to her, and she's like, "Cool." That's,
Sure, you're not allowed back here anymore.
yeah,
You tell us every time.
yeah.
I just feel
Shayla's right though. I was
Lin-Manuel
watching say
Miranda also one
anything.
of the sponsors.
Oh, sorry. Say that, Allie.
I was just saying, is Lin-Manuel Miranda also one of the sponsors of this podcast?
Not anymore.
Damn it.
It's okay. We're gonna try to empty the gut. We're gonna try to empty all of our
Right.
sponsors by the end of this one.
Yeah.
Jason does a really good impression of Lin-Manuel's singing voice. If you want to hear it,
We'd love to hear it.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't like this setup.
We need to hear it.
remember when you did it?
No, I don't. What song was it? Because I don't even remember the songs anymore.
Okay, I'll just we'll bounce over it. Maybe we'll remember. But my thing about
No, but tell me the song and then maybe I'll remember something.
Oh, I don't remember. You were just like that's what it sounds like. Like people are singing really
That
beautifully.
was right after he got shot.
And then a bunch of humpback whales showed up.
What?
Adam has a favorite song from Hamilton.
What
He'll
one?
sing it.
I don't know.
You know,
What no. Oh yeah. That one's good. The King George one.
Oh yeah, that was. You'll be back.
I can't remember it. Honestly, I can't remember it.
You'll be back is one of my faves. I do sing it in my
Oh,
head.
yeah.
I know it's
I'm
so.
not gonna sing it.
Oh, damn it.
I would
But
love to
that
see you
guy's
in
so
that role.
good.
Yeah,
I'd love
Jonathan
to-
Groff.
Jonathan Groff is everything. Everything.
What do you guys think? So, like, when he's singing it in the Disney thing, he spits a lot, and I love that he doesn't acknowledge it, and it just hangs on his mouth. Do you think that was intentional, or do you think he did it by accident?
I think
he.
it's intentional. Intentional.
I think he was. I think he was foreshadowing COVID. Is what he was doing. He was like,
I think that it was sort of a bit of both. I think that the first time it happened by accident, and then it was so funny that now he does it on purpose as like a character thing.
I totally believe that. I also think I love Jonathan Groff, but I think there's also something about like musical theater actors and just like actors in general who are like, look at me acting so hard right now.
So hard. The labor that it takes. I mean, he's wearing that crazy costume. I was like, just to stand and deliver any kind of line in that costume would take a lot of energy.
We do have some inside intel from Jan Caruana on the.
Yes, Jen, what is it?
I read an interview and he said he just has a juicy mouth. I agree with that.
That is very sexual.
I love that.
Mouth?
He's juicy. I'm thirsty.
Hello. No, but I really do love it. And what I love about King George's entrance is, you know, when you're on stage with someone and you're looking at them and you see this thing, like this grin on their face where they're like, I'm about to be so funny. And you're like, here we go. Yeah. We've all done it.
You mean like the mug to the audience? Like, get ready for this. Hold on.
The mug. Well, working at Second City, I'm sure we know people who know their scenes are just bangers, and they're like, "Catch you on the other side, fuckers." Yeah, fuck you. Especially when you know your scene's after, and it's actually not as good, and you're like, "Fuck." He has that energy.
Yeah, I know I'm not a good actor because I would talk to like the guy or girl in the first row. Like,
really?
Like how good I'm doing.
Oh, I would love that.
You guys liking this? Are you coming in from out of town tonight?
Guys into this?
Am I doing a good job?
I actually think that's an amazing impression of Jason because that's
we got milk duds at the concession stand.
Whoa!
Cool. I know what I'm doing at an intermission. I got you.
Let's name some of those duds.
Here's a question I'd like to ask all of us as Second City people. How do you feel about performing and you look out in the audience and people are just eating very large hot dogs or Jamaican patties?
I think we already know your answer from the tone of this question.
I just remember the first time doing a real scene where I was like, I'm really putting myself out there. And I looked up and a woman was just honking on a corn dog like it was going out of style. And I was like, my life's a joke.
Also, like my question would have been like, when did Second City get corn dogs?
They'd have them now.
Did they actually have corn dogs?
Really?
Yes.
Did I tell you the Tim Kazurinsky thing last time we talked?
No, but let's hear about it.
I loved it when he would show up. He would always sit on the rail in Chicago, and I loved it when he came because he would eat like a 3-course meal in the time of the show. It's like, you know, pizza, chicken fingers, a free Coke, like or Pepsi.
Damn.
That's his night out, and I fucking love that.
I loved it. I loved that he went there for a meal, and you know what? He deserves it.
That would drive me nuts. A friend of ours ordered Uber Eats a steak, and I wouldn't let it go. I was like, "You're a freak."
Uber Eating to a theater is ballsy as hell.
That's a ballsy move. Are they even allowed to do that?
No. It was at their house. It was at their house. But
okay. I thought we were still back at Second City.
No, but if someone was eating a steak while I performed, I would refuse. I'd be like,
I will say, Adam did recently get Uber Eats on his phone, and there has been some
It's problematic.
Wait, are you new to it? How are you new to it?
He's new to Uber Eats. He'd never had it on his phone before.
How many times have you Uber Eats McDonald's?
Oh yeah.
This is very recent. This is like literally like it's only been days.
Yeah.
And
so I could still say 6 times.
My mom is watching, just so you know.
What? Well, I'm going to tell it anyways.
Okay, yeah, tell you.
The other night we had friends of ours over. We have like this lovely. It's not really an outdoor space, but we have a little like we turned it into a little courtyard outside of our place. And they came by and we had a lovely little socially distant hang. And we bought this is our first time hanging out with this couple ever. It was actually Brendan. I won't say his last name because maybe he doesn't want me to repeat it. But it was him and his wife.
Recently on Adam's podcast?
Yes. Yeah. So it was him and his wife who we had we'd never hung out with them. In fact, we'd never even met his wife before. So we're like, oh, we'll just get a sensible, we'll get like a bottle of wine and a sensible amount of beers. And we'll just have like a nice night. Well, cut to like 2 a.m. They were still here.
Yeah.
Adam had made another trip back to the store. We really, as Adam said, they could hang. And then they could really hang. So then finally we go to bed. Adam goes to sleep. He just wanders into the bedroom and falls asleep fully on top of the covers in his clothes, fully dressed.
Love that.
And I kind of fall asleep watching HGTV HGTV on the couch. And then I wake up and I'm kind of like cleaning up and I'm shutting up the house. And then I'm like, what the heck? Open the door. There's a brown paper bag on the porch. He had ordered Taco Bell, Uber Eats himself Taco Bell, and then just gone to sleep.
Yeah, they'll deliver like anything. You know that,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Like, get anything. It's awesome. They'll bring it to you.
The Uber Eats is the best, but now with quarantine, if you do fall asleep and then if you have a drunk order and you wake up and you're like, oh my God, what the fuck do I do? But then you also have a burger, you know?
It is better than waking up to a house full of smoke because you've left the craft dinner on the oven and you're like, oh yeah, I was cooking that when I went to bed.
That's not good.
Yeah, that's what privileges.
Adam had Pizza Hut this morning for breakfast because he ordered Pizza Hut last night, and then again we went straight to bed.
He's really nervous.
I did say, I'll put this out there because I did say it was. I know that no one really knows. Oh, Brendan, because of Adam's podcast, I bring it up because Adam Peacock has a great podcast as well. My Neighbors Are Dead.
Amazing podcast. Obsessed.
Thank you.
And your most recent episode, because the premise is that you take another angle at horror movies and you see it from like another person's perspective that was there at the time.
Yeah.
What was the most recent movie you kind of went over there?
I'm having trouble remembering because we just did one yesterday with Leprechaun.
Nope. The most recent episode to come out is Human Centipede.
Yes, to come out is Human Centipede. Yes, with Carl. Yes, yeah.
I didn't know. I haven't listened to that one.
I can't watch. I remember.
Great.
No, that movie's not great. That's it.
But I'm sure the podcast is, and that's all that matters.
That's debatable. we could have a gentleman's agreement on that.
A gentleman's agreement.
You like it? I don't. It's fine.
We're having a gentleman's agreement.
Gentleman's agreement.
I'm going to bring that to therapy. Well, I was having a gentleman's agreement with somebody, but
Stacey, you don't like Human Centipede?
No, I don't like Human Centipede. I also don't like scary movies because I get scared for real.
Yeah, me too.
I don't sit on a couch and go, ooh, let's get diarrhea. Like I get so scared. Oh,
well, as Allie has given you two examples, I'm all for that. So
you like to scare and you like
Taco Bell, Pizza Hut.
No, I want to earn my diarrhea. I don't want to get diarrhea by just watching something while drinking water. You know, I want to be a champion.
Yeah, right.
I want to be an active member. No, there's something scary about it.
Allie, you have such a classy house, but why is the plastic all over the couch? What is it?
Oh, we're big shitters. We like to shit our bed. Sorry. We're
horror fans.
We did watch the Kill-Dozer documentary last night. We've talked to Jason about it before.
What's that?
Oh, it's so good.
It's the story of a man in 2004 in Colorado who, like, literally his story is just like, people in the town weren't nice to me.
Yeah.
Everybody?
Well, he bought himself a bulldozer and then he was a welder. He was a master welder and he welded it into like a bulldozer tank and then drove it through the town and destroyed all of the buildings and homes of all of the people that he hated in the town.
Fucking
Jason should play that guy.
Who should?
Jason.
As long as it's a musical, I will do that. I'll do that as a musical of that for sure.
A musical? Kill-Dozer?
Can we hear about it?
We should write a musical to Kill-Dozer.
Yeah, give us a little taste.
It's a wild story though. It's insane. Had you guys not heard about it before?
No, and that's what's wild. This is what's wrong with the media. You know, why are we hearing these stories?
Well, apparently they said at the end of the documentary, apparently it was a pretty big story for about a day, but then the following day, Ronald Reagan died. Yeah. And so it totally overshadowed and people stopped talking about the Kill-Dozer. As if.
So that's two things he took away from us. Drugs and the Kill-Dozer.
Thanks, Reagan.
Piece of trash.
Thanks, Reagan.
Rest in peace.
Piece of shit.
He was a great president.
No, he wasn't.
Terrible. What are you talking about? We're Canadian.
Terrible.
Who?
I have to say that. I'm the only American.
Oh. Well, Allie's like officially won, and so is Jason. I've relinquished the claim. I ran back and said, no, forget everything ever happened. No. No, that's really a crazy. What's that movie with Michael Douglas where he's like walking around with the briefcase?
Falling down.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of that without a bulldozer.
Yeah, I've not seen that.
Isn't it the same where the man's just like, fuck this? And
He's
they
just like, I've had enough. Today the traffic is, that's it. I've hit my limit. The truth is, it's a story about him, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, doesn't his wife like be like, "You're not seeing your son anymore," and that's the start of his day, and then
calling and saying, "I'm on my way."
Yeah, and then like everybody pisses him off, and he goes, "I'm not going to take it anymore."
The thing that's so crazy about this Kill-Dozer thing is, like, they talk to the people in the town. They're like, I don't know what he was talking about. We were all pretty nice to him. We all liked him a lot.
I feel that implicitly.
Like, this is really out of left field.
They show pictures of him, and he seems like that looks like a nice guy.
Really?
Yeah. There's all these photos of him, like, just having a blast with his pals. Like, there's a woman he used to date who was like, I was really in love with him. He was wonderful. He was so charming. And
this is 2004. This is just before social media. This man would have lost his mind 5 years later.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wait, they're having a party? They're having a party across the street? That's it. I'm getting out the bulldozer again.
Enough.
Yeah,
I mean, the only thing that stopped the Kill-Dozer was that it broke down.
Yeah, that was the only thing that stopped it. Literally, he was bulldozing. He bulldozed, I think it was like a couple of hours, and they couldn't. He welded himself. He basically welded himself into it.
Really?
And he had cameras set up on the outside of the bulldozer. Like, there were no windows to it. So he was watching on monitors inside to drive it.
It's awesome.
And it was outfitted with, like, he outfitted it with like guns, like rifles.
So he's in jail, or did he die?
Oh no, when the bulldozer started breaking down, when the Kill-Dozer started breaking down.
Sorry, of course. Please don't disrespect him. And he made Allie, please.
And it became clear that like something was going to have to happen. He shot himself and killed himself inside the Kill-Dozer.
Yeah. Obviously, I don't think it's
Spoiler
awesome
alert.
that he did it. The idea of it is cool.
Wow.
The idea is not cool.
I mean, the idea of a Kill-Dozer.
It's still the end of that musical when he's like, and now for the final piece of my masterpiece. Out of gas. What the? No.
Can we hear just an excerpt, Jason, of the denouement song called "Out of Gas"?
Wait. I'll do it with you. We're the town. We're the town. We're the town.
Where's Ted and Ned and Brett and Jet? I'm gonna finally get my payback. Oh, God damn it!
Wait, hold on a second. I think the Ted and the Ned and the Brett. Is that what you said?
Yeah, Brett and
This
Jet.
is Colorado, so you know.
Oh,
There's a lot of really white names in Colorado, is what I'm saying.
Beautiful state. Beautiful.
wow, Jason! I really loved "We're the Town." We're the town. I love that. Felt that. Yeah, Jason,
that was Peacock's. Peacock can carry a musical.
I think you and I are better at this than we give ourselves credit.
I think so too. I was like, this feels like the makings of an instant classic.
Now,
The other thing about this Kill-Dozer dude was that they were like talking to some of his friends afterwards, and he was like, the one friend, he was like, yeah, I just think he spent too much time alone in the hot tub.
Yeah.
I was like, he had a hot tub?
This guy had a pretty good
He
life.
had a great life.
Yeah.
he had a hot tub. He had friends. He had a girlfriend, and he was still like, "I'm gonna kill these mothers."
And he was a successful
I was gonna say,
businessman.
he had the knowledge to build a Kill-Dozer.
Okay, I'm gonna have to watch.
Oh my God! The next week, one of those local commercials comes on. I'm Terrence, the spa guy, and no, spas do not give you terrible killing thoughts. It's fake news. Anyways, come on down. We got 2 for 1 now.
I do want to ask one question.
Yeah.
How did the town know it was called the Kill-Dozer?
I believe that name came later.
I feel like that moniker came after the killing.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think he was like, "Hey guys, you want to come over and see my Kill-Dozer?" And everyone's like, "No, we're all right."
I just didn't know if he had Kill-Dozer on the side.
No. In fact, the Kill-Dozer was a big secret. Like, he was working on it. He had this shop.
Yeah.
And towards the end, like, this man was clearly unstable. Like, he also said, like, that God wanted him to do this.
Sure.
Because he would say things like, he's like, I bought this bulldozer. God obviously wanted me to kill the town if he'd put this bulldozer available for me to buy. And then I tried to sell the bulldozer, but no one wanted to buy it. So obviously God wanted me to execute my plan of killing everybody with this Kill-Dozer.
Again, I've said that it's cool several times. I don't think it's cool to kill a town. But I do think it's funny to watch the news footage of a guy in a Kill-Dozer and the whole entire police department is like, we don't know what to do.
Yeah. Because like
he beat a police department.
Yeah. And just also for clarification, at least my understanding was no one was actually killed by the Kill-Dozer except for, ironically, Marv himself.
He did a lot of property.
No one was hurt, so I think we can have a bit of a ha-ha and a hee-hee on it.
Yes. For people out at home who don't know much about it, there wasn't actually anyone who was killed. It was just a lot of property damage.
Well, now it's not funny.
Can you imagine?
Now it's just curious.
He sets out to kill people, and every house he goes to is empty. This is the Jason DeRoss spectacular.
But here's the thing.
They all went on a ski trip together. God damn it.
But like a bulldozer doesn't move very fast. So there were people in the homes, but they would be like, he's coming to your house. And they're like, great, I've got 30 good minutes to evacuate my house.
That scene in Austin Powers.
He can see them in the distance packing their cars. Like, no. Go.
Many people were in the buildings and they just were able to get out in time.
I thought this was stealth. Come on.
And then at one point, like the chief of police or something was on top of the Kill-Dozer and literally, because he'd like welded himself inside, he was trying to get into it and he just couldn't physically get into it. And they were like, I don't know. So he's like, eventually I just jumped off because like, what was I going to do? I was like riding around very slowly on this killing machine.
Well, if no one had any plans this weekend, you now know what you need to watch and come back and report.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I just love the cops. Like, stop, please don't. Just stop.
Can you not?
Rendered useless. An entire police department rendered useless by Marv.
They were like throwing bombs and stuff at it, shooting at it. Nothing happened. I mean, maybe not throwing bombs. I think explosives.
Well, that's what we were saying. I was like, what do you do? Like, you have to call in an airstrike to destroy this thing because there's nothing. Like, you can't stop it.
I think they literally had.
Can't they just take out like I know that he's safe inside. He's welded himself inside, but don't you just take out the wheels or the track things or whatever?
That was the first thing they tried to do. In fact, the name of the documentary, by the way, is not Kill-Dozer, which makes no sense. It's the documentary is called Tread.
Okay, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Kill-Dozer right there.
Kill-Dozer is much better.
I'm never going to watch a documentary.
Guys, that's a little on the head. Can we think of something different, something that's unique and subtle?
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Wait, is it called Shred or Tread?
Tread.
Ew. How did you find that?
You like Shred better?
Oh my God.
I
mean, if I was on Netflix and I'm scrolling through and I see Tread, I'd be like,
right. Kill-Dozer, just call it what it is.
Kill-Dozer.
I mean,
if you call it Kill-Dozer, that's going to make people go, what's this?
Exactly. It's like my teacher is an octopus. I'm like, hold up. What? What's that about? Have you guys heard about this?
I watched it.
What?
I did not watch that documentary.
Maybe they didn't call it Kill-Dozer because it didn't actually kill anybody. They're like false advertising.
Yeah.
And you know, Bull Destroyer is not nearly as satisfying as Kill-Dozer.
But did they say the word Kill-Dozer in the documentary?
They do.
Well,
right?
then, yeah. I mean, like, just.
Are we just saying Kill-Dozer?
No, I've heard it before. I just think it's a cool name.
Did they say it in the documentary?
I don't think so.
Oh, maybe they did it.
You made up the word Kill-Dozer.
No, not at all. I did not make up that
Take
word.
credit for it. Take credit for it right now.
No, I've heard it elsewhere.
You guys heard it here first.
Heard it here first.
Josh Gad is listening. He'll get the word out.
Josh, get it out. Get it out with Lynn.
Adam Peacock named the documentary Kill-Dozer.
No.
This is unrelated, but in the chat right now, there's a bit of a love affair going on that I would like to point out.
Mhm.
And Barbara has just said, hey, off topic while we were talking all Kill-Dozies.
Sure.
And said, two little Sammys, because Jan's in the chat. Her Instagram is killing it, and it's low level ruining my diet. And now Jan is talking to Barbara about adding more veggies in her post in the upcoming days.
All right.
Oh, that's great.
That's great.
Barbara says, don't you dare. And two little Sammys is sweet perfection. Pull that quote, Jan. Pull that quote for the book.
Yeah,
right.
pull that quote.
Pull that quote.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kill-Dozer is something I definitely will be watching this weekend. I'm
Just
gonna have
like
to.
what we have said, it is a little boring as a documentary.
Yeah.
I feel like there's been a lot of really boring documentaries on Netflix. I'm kind of like, I'm just over. Even like Wild Wild Country, I thought was pretty boring.
Really?
I like that a lot.
Country. Yeah, I liked Wild Wild Country.
I mean, I was in love with the lady, so it was kind of easy to watch it.
Did you have a crush on her?
Big time.
She's a powerful woman.
She's a
She
powerful
was
woman, but she's just like, I don't know what it was about her, but I was like, Judge Judy, here you go. Like powerful women.
Oh, really?
I don't know what it is.
Vibes for you. You like
don't know.
authoritative women.
Well, I don't know, but
No, you do.
she won
You
my
do.
heart over.
No, you do actually.
You actually do.
You actually do.
I just feel like she's got that little bit of crazy in her, though, too. Obviously.
And you like that too.
Obviously.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to ask, how are you guys doing in Los Angeles? Because how's the air for all of you over there, the three of you?
Well, we got to check out if it's poisonous each and every day. But
That's wild. How are you keeping yourselves occupied while inside?
We still have been going outside. There was one day, like maybe it was probably like 2 weeks ago now, but I went for a run and literally the moment I walked out the door, I was like, I feel like I'm running through an ashtray. It smells so intensely of smoke,
Yes.
but then continued running, like still went on my run. And then when I got back, looked at the weather and it was like, weather advisory, don't go outdoors, don't work out. Like,
Yeah, for a hot second there, like every day, it always looked like it was 6:30 at night.
yeah.
Jeez.
it
And
looked like dusk. Yeah.
It's super weird too because it typically in Los Angeles, like it's blue skies, sun. So
Yeah.
it was really, really strange because it was such a stark contrast. Like there's normally not clouds in the sky, really, even.
And today,
Right.
that's what it is. But there's still there's a filtery haze over it all.
Yes, there's a haze.
So it's kind of weird. I was out all yesterday because we went to the zoo and
You went to the zoo yesterday?
sure did.
You went to the zoo yesterday?
Los Angeles Zoo.
Why?
You did.
Because I have a child, so you have to figure out things you can do with that child. And
Zoo makes me so sad. Jason knows how I feel about this.
yeah, I mean, there's a majority of people that feel really sad about zoos, but
I agree. I struggle with zoos.
I think they're
I
great.
get it too, because even when we were there, you to see Charlie was like, "Oh my goodness, the seal just comes around every time in circles," and in my mind, I'm like, "Yeah, there's a reason why he's just repeating a pattern the entire time. It's not nice, but." But
This is for Dan Caruana. I finally watched Blackfish.
Oh,
I say it because Jan wrote a scene when we were not with on Jason's show, but when Stacey and I did a show with Jan, she wrote a scene inspired by that
Akiko?
documentary.
Akiko.
Sorry, Akiko.
Is this Akiko?
Akiko, yeah.
Can-
And I finally saw it, and oh boy, is that a sad documentary. Just the saddest.
It's the saddest. Can I tell you that a friend of ours, Natalie, was in the touring company? And
I
she
know
comes
the story.
And this is when I came back to Second City, and she goes, "Dude, I'm doing your scene from your show." And I go, "What scene?" She goes, "Akiko." I go, "What?" And she goes, "Doing Akiko." I go, "What are you talking about?" She
I
goes,
wasn't in that show. I don't know.
She goes, "You're in it." I go, "No, I'm not." She goes, "Dude, you have a big part in it." I was like, "What?" And then I had to go back and watch, and it was like a full dance. I had a whistle. I forgot.
Massive. There was a costume change. It closed the first act, Stacey.
I completely forgot about Akiko. I was like, "What?" Well, and then I got scared. I got scared that what's going on? Have you forgotten? Any of you? You've forgotten scenes that you've been in. I've forgotten full shows.
Full shows?
Oh yeah.
Maybe you should go to the doctor, Stacey.
No, Stacey, I'm with you. Like, yeah, I can't remember anything.
I think I remember. I couldn't do the scenes now. I don't remember all the words from them, but I remember all the scenes that I did. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, there were some there was one with Jan and Kevin Vidal where I came in and sexually harassed Kevin.
Oh my God, that was a good scene. Weirdly,
Thank you. I had to remind myself of that because I was watching archives and I was like, "What? When did I have no memory? Like no backstage memory? No yeah, it's wild. I don't know what's going on with my brain.
right?
Got it.
Yeah, well, check it out.
someone asked me, so Allie and I had a scene together called Nice Allie, where I irritate Allie and then she yells at me. It's about more than that, but someone
Sounds
was,
like it's just about backstage. Is what it
Yeah.
sounds like it's about.
so then someone was like, how did you create that scene? I go, well, funny enough, it's I got Allie pretty upset with me. And then she came back with that script. So that's the objectives
But
from
I will say that was a really fun scene to do. I
was
loved
so
doing
fun.
that scene with you. Yeah. It was basically just our dynamic. It was just our dynamic, the heightened for sure. But
heightened.
Can
Yeah.
I say I wasn't a part of that process, but I was a part of the process before, where Stacey's last pitch in the process before was, "Allie, can you eat an apple on stage?" So maybe it's fair game.
You weren't upset by that, were you?
no, I was fine with slurps.
So this was a funny scene.
So Allie was backstage to eat apples and almonds in a way that was audible. Okay. And I'm not saying it was bad, but you could hear it. Adam, you know.
Yeah. I'm a loud person. I'm making no bones about that.
Me
Yeah.
too. So then, but I can now having gone to therapy, I can see how rude it is where I came back with a big apple and said, just eat this. And then it was
You don't need to say anything. Just eat it the way you would normally eat it, and we're gonna make fun of you. Cool?
terrible. I would never.
Our show's already complete. We already have more material than we need, but I really want to see this scene out. Let's do it.
And then the only problem with it is that our director liked it too much. It turned into a different scene, but
Turned
then he's
into
like,
a
"How do we get this in?" And we're all like, "No."
Yeah, we overrode Carrie in a big way on that.
Our poor director Carrie, who literally would be like, I don't know about that scene, and we'd be like, go eat lunch. Get out of here. Anyways, I'm crying. I don't know if this is for anyone else, but the four of us. So I did want to ask this to all of you. I hear you're all involved in a lot of trivia nights. And I want to check in on how those are going for the three of you.
Well, we have a couple trivia nights. We have one trivia night with Jay on Saturday nights.
Yes.
And 2 weeks ago, we were going to we were going to go into trivia. Trivia starts at 8:30. And Adam decided that in addition to the full meal that I prepared, that he was going to Uber Eats himself some Buffalo Wild Wings.
Wild Wings?
Like just a little.
I didn't know you could do that. And I know what I'm doing the second I get off this podcast. Kill-Dozer and Wild Wings is happening the second I get off.
Kill-Dozer
I ordered Buffalo Wild Wings and he ate them. And then I was like, all right, let's clean up after dinner and I'll get the trivia going. And Adam kind of wandered off and I'm just cleaning and doing stuff. And then I'm like, what happened to Adam? Walk in, sure enough, he is indeed once again passed out, fully clothed on the bed at 8 o'clock in the evening.
I think I would rather catch my partner napping with his clothes on than coming in early evening naked or in underwear. I feel like, are you sick?
In all honesty, the fact, and I'm not healthy, but the fact that I'm as healthy as I am is a miracle. I should be dead.
No.
I was just thinking, Peacock, we should party more.
Like just come up recently.
Just in the past year.
We got to party more, Peacock. I think that's what it comes down to. I need Wild Wings. We're in the NBA playoffs. What's happening?
So exciting.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are, who's in the playoffs? The Lakers?
Currently, there's 4 teams left.
Okay, yeah, I saw the Raptors lose. So who's in the finals now?
Well, Celtics and Miami on the east side.
Yeah.
Okay.
LA and Denver on the west.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. Okay. Okay, Denver. I can mess around with some Denver. Who's on there?
They're down 3-1, so they're probably about to go out. Unless
make a comeback.
That's true. That's true.
Okay. Is there anyone I could have a crush on?
Jamal Murray, he's Canadian.
He's cool.
Okay.
Or
LeBron James.
I can't remember any of the names.
LeBron James, yeah. I mean, he's an attractive guy, but I don't want to just go with the obvious,
Mm-hmm.
What about an Anthony Caruso?
That's an interesting name. I'll Google that.
What about no,
I'm thinking you're going to be disappointed.
Am I?
Caruso. I love Caruso. I think he's great.
I love Caruso.
No, but do you think he's attractive?
He's not a Brooks Lake.
Brooks Lake. Okay, are you okay? I have an Alex Caruso, which I was just like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, I'm Alex Caruso.
So his name is Anthony Caruso?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well his brother is not great. Okay, I'll have to look this up. It's not coming up. He has a girlfriend. I can't deal with this. I always ask Jason who his crushes are. Do you have any celebrity crushes? Who are you guys crushing on right now?
Well, Adam Driver, always.
Always Adam Driver.
Always.
Is in the chat.
Yeah,
We
that's
love
just like
him.
that's just a given. That's
Yeah.
always in the rotation.
Okay.
The girl who hosts Windy City Rescue.
Oh yeah, we've been watching a lot of HGTV. We talked about this the other day about who our HGTV crushes would be, and his is the girl from Windy City Rescue, and mine is, and I do think you would get on board with this one, Stacey. Ben from Hometown. Ben from Hometown.
Okay, I love Ben from Hometown. Are you kidding me? He's
that
so
big old beard.
big old beard.
We were talking about how he looks like a hipster, and then we're like, no, hipsters look like Ben. He's the real deal. That's what all of those hipsters are trying to look like. I mean, I'm a hipster too. I'm not trying to I'm not hipster shaming anybody, but I'm like, he's like an authentic. That's who he is. He like builds furniture. He loves his wife.
Loves his wife.
He's just salt of the earth.
Classic tropes of a hipster. Loves your wife.
He's so tall.
He's not a hipster. That's what I'm saying. He's so tall. He's got that big old beard.
Goofy. Oh.
He says y'all in like a way that's purely authentic, but like hopefully doesn't have a Confederate flag. You know, he's great.
Oh, yeah. He has he'll wear like a white t-shirt with like a leather like apron while he's welding. Get the fuck out of
here. I know. So he's definitely a crush.
I don't want him to have a Confederate flag.
Yeah, well, no, I really, let's forget that I even said that because I'm sure he doesn't.
In the chat, please let us know who you're crushing on HGTV. But Hometown, he's so hot. I'm so glad you said that because legit, I watch their digital shows, like their quick episodes on YouTube.
Oh, see, I haven't done that, but we watch. For me, I'm like, oh, Hometown, that can be a serious. I've been saying, I was like, I need to not turn it on until like I'm ready to just hunker in for the night. But then the problem is sometimes you hunker in for the night and you're like, okay, I'm going to give myself a little treat, little hour of HGTV at the end of my night. Yeah. And then it's something like House Hunters International or something. And I'm like, ugh.
I don't want a House Hunters International. It sucks so much. I can't handle it. I will.
Some of the most fun dysfunctional couples ever on House Hunters for sure.
Oh, sure. But I love Property Brothers. You know, call me bland, but I don't like it when they go head to head. I don't want them to. I don't want them to steer away from what we want. You know, I just want them.
Yes. Anytime they try to do a bit or tell a joke, I'm like, just dial that all the way back, all the way down.
Isn't that like, then you're like, I'm out. Can't do a bit. See you later. Bye.
Yeah, but then sometimes the houses are really nice and you stick around for the houses.
That's fair.
Always open concept.
This is a bit taking a step back, but is this Ben if I do this?
That's him.
That's him. Although that's a weird photo.
Well, leave up to Jason to find the most pixelated photo on the internet.
In seconds, I can find pixelated photos.
Be like, hey, I can handle the Instagram, and I'm like, I say this with love and truth. When you can post a post in HD, then maybe. But if you are not in charge of the feed or the stories,
I have these Apple conversations all the time, Allie. So like, you know, I just got to write a scene.
Jason, by the end of this podcast, I would like you to find a photo of Ben that you can put online that is in HD, and that'll be a success. And you will have earned a Buffalo Wild Wing side plate.
That one's actually completely in HD. But
Adam, to not make you feel like you're the only one Uber eating a bunch of stuff.
I'm so sorry. I really put him on the spot. I'm really sorry. I'm not trying to shame you at all.
That's who I am.
No. I love it. I love him. I love him in all of it.
I live alone. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And there is an Uber Eats option here where you can just Uber Eats snacks.
Oh, what?
Okay, exactly. So I'm alone and I Uber from there all the time. They have a snack bag, which is for a child. It's a small chip. You get a cookie or a chocolate, you get a candy, you get a drink, which I get a soda water because I'm healthy.
Yeah, you're healthy.
But then you can also get like tubs of ice cream on top of it. So I'm doing that. And like the delivery fee is as much as the charge of the food. So it's not good. But one day I ordered cookie dough ice cream, Ben and Jerry's.
Oh, wow.
They left me a photo. They're like, it's delivered. Was not my house. The photo was not my house.
Oh, no.
I walked around for 15 minutes with the photo looking at my neighbor's doors. Yes, I did. Did I have to climb a fence to get to their front door for my ice cream? Yes, I did. So
Did
I
you
think
get
you
it?
earned it.
oh, I earned it. Yeah, but when did I order it? It was daytime. It was 4 p.m. This wasn't a 9 p.m. stock around. It was 4 p.m. in the afternoon. So I feel you. I see you, and we are one.
Also, Stacey, how far are you from a grocery store?
Very close.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I will say this is a lady that ordered, I think it was a Sprite from McDonald's that was 2 doors down from her house at one point.
First of all, I got food poisoning at Second City. Okay.
Sure.
I had it. And then I was so sick and I was barfing for 12 hours. And then I lived in a very shitty apartment and I Uber Eats a ginger ale because I couldn't go anywhere. And it was $12.
Oh my
man.
God.
It was 3 a.m. I had
Was it
barf
worth
in my hair. Pardon?
Was it worth it?
Oh my God, sweet relief. I thought I was going to die. And then I had a little sip of like, I cracked it and let it get like, what do you call it? A little flat. And then
Yeah, sure. That's the way to do it.
yeah, like it was sad. But you're not the only one. I love an Uber Eats moment. You're welcome.
Yeah. I get a little like principled about it. Like I really hate when I see that delivery charge and I'm like, Jesus, like for some reason we live in Silver Lake, very hip area.
Very cool, very shishi.
Very shishi. But for some reason, not a poke place close to me. I know how I'm sounding right now. Very, very privileged.
No, I love poke.
But wish there was a poke place closer to us. There is one about a 25-minute walk away.
Mhm.
So we had it Ubered to us one time, and it was like $17, the delivery fee. It was outrageous. And I was like, I'm never doing this again. I'm going to walk the 25 minutes. And
I was about to say a 25-minute walk. A 25-minute walk for Allie Price seems to be like
it's nothing.
It's nothing.
It's
Now,
nothing.
I'm certainly not walking 25 minutes, but I do love me some poke. And I wouldn't trust it in Toronto. Well, LA, everything's more fresh. Like, there's like, not that it's not good here, but like you can once it's like my dad went to like Halifax and had like lobster and oysters and seafood right from like the ocean. And he was like, it's ruined for me now. Well, I'm gonna get a good seafood selection in Barrie, Ontario. He's like, no fucking way.
Yeah.
Please.
You know what's a good ginger ale though is Verner's.
Oh,
Go-
Verner's
we're
sick.
talking about
Yeah.
is Verner's.
Let's get back to this ginger ale conversation.
It's a Michigan ginger ale, and I wanted to plug it.
Listen, we
I
talk
love
about
it.
food all the time here. Like there's so much stuff I miss from LA. One thing I don't miss is that the pizza is so terrible. You can't get a good piece of pizza.
Actually, we live close to
Sounds like a good
Garage, and it is excellent. We live like a 4-minute walk from Garage Pizza. Ugh, out of control.
Really?
Yeah,
I
some
don't
of my favorite pizza ever.
Really?
I found a couple that are okay now.
But I do know that people, like I've talked to people because we discovered it by accident. Because we may have told you this, but when Adam and I first moved in, we didn't call in advance to set our power up.
Oh, yeah.
Then we were like, you know what? We're doing it anyways. It's our move-in day. So then for the first like 2 nights, we just didn't have power, and we like stayed up late and like lit candles, and it was really
Yeah.
And so then we also couldn't really cook. So we're like, all right, well, what's nearby? Garage Pizza. Found out after the fact that like we've talked to many people and they're like, oh yeah, I drive like 45 minutes for Garage Pizza.
Oh, really? Okay. Well,
yeah,
then
it is really good.
have you like, cause I feel like to go back to Uber Eats, we're not going to get off it. I'm finding during quarantine, during the pandemic, it is truly the only exciting thing in my day. If I Uber Eat something, like I'm like, ooh, we have a little delivery. Who's coming to the door? But I like it. But you guys don't really, because Allie, you all the time? What? What are you laughing
So
at?
do you do it for the conversation? You're like, oh my God, I'm so bored.
In contact.
And then you get this like 30-second conversation. Hey, how are you? Okay, good. Okay, see you
I don't
later.
know,
All
we
right.
don't talk, but I mean,
Freaking
I'm trying to be healthy. I'm trying, but like I can only have so many quinoa salads, and then I'm really freaking bored.
Sure. Yeah.
You know?
No, we've definitely been cooking a lot. I've been trying to just do a lot of cooking. But yeah, like I mean,
You're big cleanse people. You're cleansers.
we cleansed a couple weeks ago.
It's useless for me because you just
Because you sent Jason a video and you're like, we're on a cleanse. And
that's right. For my birthday.
Because Allie got me onto the Wild Rose cleanse where I almost died. I almost died on that.
I love it and I swear by it. And I do it a couple times. Well, I try to do it once a year. That doesn't always work out.
It is the hardest cleanse you'll ever do. I peed
so easy.
much. What are you talking about? It's not easy.
Oh, I think it's pretty chill.
You poo and pee so much on that cleanse. Like I was peeing and I was like, stop.
That sounds like a benefit.
Yeah, that's part of the benefit. That's part of the cleanse.
I mean, yeah, I mean, we've always said here on the podcast, a day after diarrhea is like, it's not the worst day. It's some might say the best day. It's a complete restart. You know?
I like to look in the mirror and go, cool. This is the smallest I'll ever be.
This is as tall as I'll ever be.
But Jason, I don't know why you don't do a cleanse with Allie because you're so you're trying to get all.
I've never actually done a cleanse before.
Yeah.
I bought the Wild Rose one once. We've talked about it before, but like then I had people like Allie say it's the easiest one to do, and then other people say it's the hardest one to do, and then Ashley Como said, "I'll buy it off you," and I said, "Here you go."
Right.
And that was the end of it.
Oh, right. I think she said that cured her allergies.
Well, then maybe I should have done it, and it would have cured a whole bunch of things for me.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so I did want to just get back before we end this. Did you find a photo of Ben?
No, I wasn't even looking because I know that whatever I pull up, because the one I did pull up is definitely an HD image, but I don't know why it shows up the way it does as a banner or as a
Just
overlay.
put it up. Let's see.
No, it's the same one, so it would just be the same one.
Oh, okay. I do want to say, Allie, just for you and anyone listening, and I've been talking about this man forever. I found him on TikTok. He's a really great crush if you're looking for one, if you're in the neighborhood for a crush. His name is Ben James. He's a plus size male model, 6'4", I believe. I know. Worth. And like, you know, I'm manifesting that we can never be together because I'm really going after him online. But anyone who's coming on, I'm like, this is your crush. Please have a look and then personally message me afterwards.
Okay, I'm going to check it out. Although I don't have TikTok.
Don't sleep on Anthony Caruso, though. You know, just.
I'm looking him up, but like, I don't know if it's the right person. Oh, he's on Instagram, Allie. And let me tell you, I got our friend Claire onto him and she messaged me about him on one of his posts. And I was like, well, I can't proceed now. This is done.
This is not covert.
No. So what I wanted to know though, is how are you guys enjoying your trivia nights? Because I was talking about this with Jason the other day. I am not a trivia gal. I haven't been invited to any of the trivia nights. So how do you, and I'm not saying this like, I wish I would
I know,
not.
because I even said that and you're like, I don't want to be invited. I'm like, okay, then what are we arguing about?
But we're not arguing. I'm just fascinated by the trivia. So like, where do you find your trivia? What are the themes? Like, what are you guys prepping for this weekend for your trivia night?
We normally write ours like half an hour before the actual trivia.
Yeah.
And we normally think about like, oh, what was something that happened to us this week? And then we maybe use that to inspire a theme for trivia.
Whoa. So you all each pick a theme.
You don't have to.
You don't have to
pick a theme at all, but I just find it makes it more fun to be writing towards a theme.
So what is your theme today, do you think?
We don't know. We haven't even discussed it yet.
No.
And it's tonight.
No, it's
Saturday night.
We won't discuss it until like the hour before.
Like I did one subject one time on the movie The Crow.
Okay.
The movie The Crow. I love The Crow.
My mom loves The Crow and she would make me watch it all the time, even on TV. She'd be like, The Crow's on. And I was like, when did we connect?
I think I said this another, but when I was in high school, that movie came out and every kid went as the Crow for Halloween.
Yeah, that was one of those first ones that everybody was like, that's what I'm going to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
And The Crow is very erotic.
Yeah.
I've never seen it. But Adam, it's kind of like a running bit in that one trivia night is how much Adam loves and is obsessed with The Crow. And then one week, somebody else, I can't remember, maybe PK wrote into his trivia a bunch of questions. It was just like a general movie category, I think. And one of the answers was The Crow, and Peacock didn't get it.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I don't know.
And I certainly didn't know because, again, I have never seen The Crow and I know nothing about it.
This panics me. Like trivia, the idea of a trivia night panics me. I feel like I have pop culture references, but I would be stressed out by even being asked any question about it.
But the whole thing is like, it's just a way to be social. Like, it's not like we're like, oh my God, quiz, we got to like really worry about it. It's just a social thing. The one thing that it brings to mind for me is that, I mean, I do like a quiz, and me and Allie and Adam, them more than I, used to go to a place in the farmer's market on a Tuesday night, and they sent out their email the other day, and that was a bit heartbreaking to be like, oh, we can't just go out on a Tuesday night for a beer and like go to this quiz night that's in a farmer's market that's like outdoors. It's so nice. And they've got like the regulars that show up. What's that?
They're shutting down.
They just they don't have it because of the pandemic. They're just like, oh, we can't get a bunch of people together to do a quiz in the middle of a courtyard. So
Oh,
and Adam and I used to live really close to Jason. So it was like one of these things where I think that something that people so frequently complain about in terms of LA is like, it's so spread out, it's so sprawling, you have to drive everywhere, and it's so hard to make plans, and people always flake.
oh yeah.
And we would sincerely sometimes message Jason like an hour before trivia and be like, hey, we're going to pop down to the farmer's market and do trivia tonight. Want to join? And like, literally, or sometimes we bump into each other at the farmer's market.
Ew.
yeah.
Oh yeah, like because we lived so close, and because it's almost like the halfway point in between our two spaces. And yeah, we would just go and play trivia, and you're playing under the stars, and there's a bar there, so you're ordering drinks. We won trivia one time, and we got like 8 free drinks or something, 12 free drinks for winning trivia. Yeah.
That's great.
Right. And it's like run by this sort of surly British guy named Simon, who's like just seems to be like, he clearly, I don't know if they pay him, I don't know what the deal is. I have a feeling he might just do it for the love of trivia, but he seems like he's having a miserable time the entire time. But he obviously loves doing it, but he seems miserable.
Here's an impression. He's like, oh, I thought that was an easy one, but I guess not. I guess it wasn't as easy as I thought. So everyone got it wrong.
If you ask him to repeat a question, he's visibly annoyed with you. Like,
Really?
very annoyed with you. Like,
Does anybody else need a number repeated? Is anybody else terrible at this?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then people love it and they hang around. Does he have a big beard and a mustache?
No, he's very clean shaven.
Yeah.
No, he looks like that guy from Fargo.
Oh yeah, he looks like
The little guy?
Nobody remembers his name, and he's a great actor.
he's a great actor. Why are we all blanking on his name? Martin
Oh yeah, Sherlock Holmes, the other guy.
Sherlock Holmes and Hitchhiker's Guide.
See, this is why I can't do trivia.
Freeman. Martin Freeman. He does look like Martin Freeman.
Yeah, he looks a lot like Morgan Freeman.
Exactly. Spitting image.
I have started rewatching Sherlock Holmes, or just Sherlock with Benedict Cumberbatch. Damn Daniel. Like, I am in love. It's so good. He's so hot. I'm literally turning into a teen girl during quarantine. I'm like, you know what? But anyways. Huh?
I said, do you think he likes you?
Oh my God. I hope so. Circle yes or no. Okay. Well, I was just wondering, to end it, if we wanted to do a little trivia, you guys are so boned up about it.
Sure.
I thought we could I'll give us like a minute to like write a question.
Oh, wow.
And
so you don't have anything prepared?
no.
Welcome to the regulars. We're okay.
We're okay. Welcome to the regulars. We never I will say people have obviously checked out my Ben James recommendation. Megan is saying he's c'est magnifique.
Okay.
He's
I need
delicious.
to check him out right now.
Okay. Jameson says that dude is plus size in every direction. Hell yes. I'll find you an HD image.
I can find him on Instagram.
Yes, you can. Oh, yes,
Okay,
you can.
I'll look him up right now.
Yeah. I think it's 2 J's.
Wait, it's 2 J's?
Ben_J James.
Ben_.
Yeah, I found him on here. I'll just share my screen and I'll show it to you.
Sure. That's much
in the splendor. While Jason thinks of some trivia.
I think I have
You have one? Okay, great.
a question. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I feel you, girl.
on this. So we'll just
that is, yeah, that's
yeah, so we can scroll. Let me just get this so we can close that. Do you see what I mean here?
Where is he based?
I think maybe he's Australian. Maybe he's UK.
Oh, UK.
British.
Wow. Yep.
Okay.
Oh, I'm checking out a video where he's with a medicine ball. He's working out with a
Oh,
medicine ball.
yeah.
And it's a great vibe.
Those are very fun. Those are very, very fun. Yeah. Now we're all seeing why. He is delish. Anyway,
Does
so
plus size for a male model just mean burly? Is that what that is then? Because
Yeah,
that
it's
guy
like-
just looks.
he's like 6'6" or something, or he's like 6'4". He's like too tall. How
He
tall
just
is
looks
you,
like.
Adam?
I'm 6'4".
He sure is.
That's you enjoy being tall?
Give me smooches.
Kiss me in
If
front of my.
I kiss, I will implode. That's so cute. I can't. Oh, Jason, our lives.
I know. By the way, hi Adam's mom. That's really great that she's listening and watching. I love it.
Smooched.
No, I mean I'm actually like I think she's probably very happy.
Jason and I talked about PDA the other day, and I said I was for it, and Jason alluded that he was, but I don't think that he is. But you guys
Why
are.
not? I think it's great to show people in love.
Yeah.
Do you participate in PDA?
I mean, like I'm not outside ever anymore. I'm not in public.
That's a good point.
It's a politician's dodge if I ever heard one.
Hello.
I will say we're not, I mean, we are very affectionate with one another. I feel like probably not so much out in the world. Like we hold hands and stuff for
No, you
sure.
gotta hold hands. I was saying that I went to the Van Gogh. There was a Van Gogh immersive experience here. in
Yeah.
Toronto.
Yeah. Was it good?
It was $50, and you went into a warehouse, and they were just projecting Van Gogh on the wall. It was a bit of it was beautiful, but I
Sounds like a delight.
couldn't forget that I was just sitting in a warehouse.
Right. Right. And that you weren't actually seeing any real paintings. They weren't.
Yeah, when I think immersive experience, I think like hallways, different ways of being immersive. I don't think like it's a half an hour movie.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
It was a slideshow. It was, but there was a lot of lovers, and in particular, there was this young group of lovers sitting on a bench facing each other, making out with their masks on.
Oh wow. With
Yeah.
their masks on.
With their
How are
masks,
they making out.
just like their faces were in each other's faces, and there was a lot of like, there's a lot of touching and enjoying. And
Right.
I was like, wow, you don't have to be here to do that. You could be somewhere else with your masks off.
You didn't have to pay $100 total to not pay attention and just stare at each other. You could have done that in your own homes, and you could have actually touched lips.
Yeah. There was also two women, and I was obsessed with them because they were obviously influencers, and they were only there to take photos.
Of
And
course.
one of the women was getting better photos, I could tell, than the other girl when they would flip over. And I was tempted to go over and go like, this is not 50-50. And she needs to start giving you better photos, because she's not. I can tell by the angles, it's not going to work out.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really, really,
Huge
it was,
scandal.
I mean, it's the quarantine. That's the biggest scandals of my day.
Sure. Yeah.
As someone who loves the juice, I'm not getting any gossip. That's why I have friends
There
on
is
the
no hot goss. There's no hot goss. People are at home.
I
Here.
know. I am so devoid of gossip that I found out Katie Holmes is like all around New York making out with a very sexy chef, and I gasped. That's how devoid I am of news. I was like, oh my God.
Doesn't talk anymore?
No,
Oh, I liked them together.
they were too secretive for me. If I was dating Katie Holmes, I would want to be like, I'm with Katie Holmes, everyone.
Yeah, except she's probably pretty wary of big declarations of love, given her track record.
I know.
Was she dating someone else before that?
She was married to Tom Cruise.
Ooh, who's Tom Cruise? Okay, great.
Do you have your trivia questions now?
I
Jason?
do. I have a trivia question.
So
Oh,
Jason,
we have not been writing. We've been chatting.
I came up with one.
Oh, Adam came up with one.
I just want to feel like I just want to see what it's like. I just want to like dip a toe in something new heading into the weekend. I just want to see. So
Okay,
Jason,
great. Do you want me to go first?
yeah, I wouldn't know how.
No, but Adam, our guest, was. He's
Oh,
got-
Adam, you want to go?
Oh, I mean, sure, I'll go. So this is for everybody, right? Everybody, like,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So, in the 1994 movie The Crow, Michael Wincott played the main villain of the movie.
Yeah.
What was his name? What was his character's name in The Crow? Michael Wincott.
Okay. Do we just write it down, or are we guessing on this one, Stace? We're just going to guess then, huh? Out loud?
I mean, you're going to have to. I don't know.
I'm gonna say it's the Scarecrow.
Close.
That's a cool guess.
Stacey, do you want to venture a guess?
I don't think it's that close. Don't let that influence you, Stacey.
What was his character's name?
Yeah.
The Raven.
The farmer.
Those are both very good. The character was Top Dollar.
So
Okay,
not
so
so
not even close.
not even
Pretty
I
close.
was in level 8 improv and I just said, I pooed my pants. And you're like, okay, that is an offer. You're right on that. However, it's not great.
Okay, fine. That was a dicky one. Here we go.
No, that was great.
That was a great question. Great
The
question.
star of The Crow was Brandon Lee. Who was his dad?
Bruce
Yeah.
Lee.
There it is. Yep, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Huge trivia win.
I was going to say Tommy Lee Jones. Tommy Lee Jones.
I was thinking
Same
about
as
Tommy Lee Jones the other day.
Oh.
This Men in Black. Okay. Jason, take it away with your question.
So here's my question. And for 5,000 points, let me know which movie this is considered the theme song for.
Okay. Turn it off. I didn't get copyright.
Just paint your face and show no smile.
Oh, what is that?
It's a
What is
theme
it?
song for a movie.
A theme song for a movie?
Yes. Which movie is that the theme song for?
I don't know.
Adam Peacock, what is the theme song?
1994 is The Crow.
$5,000 points to Adam Peacock.
I believe that's the cure.
Okay.
It is the Cure, 100%.
The
You know what? Bonus 5,000 points for knowing that's the Cure.
the funniest thing for me is Jason's face, which I hope to clip and playback when he played the Crow theme music. So into it, like I felt like you had just bought a Wild Wing franchise. Like that was the intent.
I'll say that's the first time I've ever heard that song. But
Well, I can tell that you loved it.
I was more loving I was waiting for Adam Peacock to figure it out, and he did not disappoint.
That's really lovely.
I was gonna even guess The Crow, but I was like, surely it's not The Crow.
I think if you guys show up on Saturday night, we can carry over those 10,000 points.
I would. Well, yeah.
I would love for you all to subtly just have questions about The Crow. That's what I just would like. I would just only love that, please. All of
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's not. That wasn't a bad representation of what our trivia nights are like.
Pretty close, yeah.
That was pretty close.
It was a really nice way of me just like feeling what it would be like. And it would just be me the whole night going, I don't know. Can we just talk?
Yeah. I will say, I do think I consider myself a pretty sharp person, but Adam generally carries our team.
Because it's all like pop culture.
I'm
stuff.
not
It's
good
all
at
about
pop culture. I'm not good music. Most of the time it's
When
right
we
over
go
my
like
head.
to Simon's trivia, I'm the only way I'm useful is if it's like, what were the songs off of Metallica's Master of Puppets? Like that's it. That's all I'm good at.
What didn't he have pro wrestling as a category one time? And we're like, here we go.
It was the wrestler Page's real name.
Mhm.
And I knew that.
He had an NBA question one time, and me and Adam both like wrung our hands. And then the question was about some no name that I was like, they're like, what's this nickname? The daring dribbler. And we're like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know everything about the NBA. I thought,
It was like
no idea.
1976 14th round pick for the Utah Jazz.
Yeah.
Oh,
He was on the Utah Jazz, and I don't remember. That's not his real nickname that they gave, but still, it was a Utah Jazz player from like forever ago. And we're like, I don't know.
Yeah. He had a way of picking just the most obscure stuff and then
Japanese
making you,
jeans,
the Japanese jeans. But just making you feel like an idiot for not knowing it.
Really?
Yeah, there was this one question that he had about Japanese jeans.
What?
And
What
he
was
was
the
like,
question?
and he said the question, and you could tell there was like, because there are a couple of teams that pretty much won every single week and all like had scores where you're like, how did you know all of that stuff? And you could tell everyone was scratching their heads, and he was like, you're gonna kick yourself when you hear this. Like he was just like, this was the easiest thing ever. And then he said the name, which I can't remember because
I think it was a nice jeans, or is it a nice or whatever? Was those ones? NENYCE or something?
I'm sure this. I don't. He described the logo of the jeans, and it was like it's a pelican diving into water
or
something like that. And we're all
That's
looking around like, is it Jordache? Is it what? And
yeah, we're all just scratching our heads. And then he finally says it, and the room just exploded because everyone was like, that's not a famous brand of jeans. So like no one knew it. Like we're all waiting for him to say something that we're gonna be like, oh, right, damn it, yeah, that is.
And then he got mad. He was like, Jay-Z has worn these jeans. We're like, okay, cool.
Follow Jay-Z fashion patterns. Yeah,
it's so weird.
Worn these jeans.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for just giving me a little window into what you guys are doing tomorrow. I appreciate it. I wouldn't be fun. And that's nice to know. I would be frustrated because I was frustrated. I was like, I don't know. The second I hear in 1994, I'm like, I don't even remember Akiko from 2015. Why would
I did a bad job because you did telegraph that, Stace, and I blew it.
Before we go, I would be remiss if I didn't talk about Jason's shirt for but a second. I've just noticed there's a massive bird. Do you love
Yeah.
Okay. Where'd you get it from the zoo?
The problem is, no, it's an old shirt. The problem is I can't wear it. It was one of these things. I went to a store and I was like, I love that shirt, but they don't have it in anything except extra large. So I bought it anyways and was like, this can't be that bad. And then I was like, oh yeah, it's like, I'll sleep in this.
Can you stand it up for us and do a twirl?
Can I see your sleeping shirt, please?
You want to see? I don't sleep in it though. I do wear it out.
Yeah, we know.
I was wearing it to like rehearsals, and then I saw myself in a mirror one time, and I was like, "Oh, this is why Jenny like cringes every time I put this on." Okay, great.
It's the label is so offset.
I love it. It's not a label. It's just it's hiding inside the pocket. There's a pocket here. I love it.
That makes more sense now that I know there's a pocket there.
This is it's a muumuu essentially, but like.
Let's see. Oh, Jason!
Jason, turn to the side. Jason,
I love it. But everybody that sees me in it hates it, and when I see myself in it, I hate it. But like in my mind, Barbara.
In your mind, Barbara.
I love it.
Okay. Well, it's really something that we'll probably discuss when this podcast comes to an end. I would like to thank you both for being on. I would like to invite you back because we've been talking about doing musicals. We have to do the Barbara of Somerville, which is an improv show. Now we have to do the Kill-Dozer. And I guess we have our cast is just right here.
Go on board.
Jason, just wear it with some leggings and a belt.
Don't think I won't.
There for the Kill-Dozer when you play the lead.
Oh,
and when Jenny goes, "Why do you need my leggings?" I'll be like, "Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
We're good."
So
kitten heels with that look, I think.
And when you get the leggings back, they won't be wearable ever again.
In 1994, I made a vow.
Is this a Crow reference? Is that a Crow reference?
I don't know. That it was in 1994, right? That's my
He did make a vow of love, and that love proved to be eternal.
Yeah.
Didn't he die from the crow?
Sure did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he died.
There was a real bullet in the gun.
Tell the story.
It's really sad. The prop master, somehow a real bullet got put in one of the guns that they were using, and they shot him, and yeah, he died on set.
That would have been so nuts to be on set and be like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
And see that.
So did they ever look into that? Like, was the props guy just like, oh, my bad, I put a real one in?
I don't know what the story, like, I forget the story, but there's all kinds of rumors that like it was a planned hit because of his dad.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that's true or not. I would like to think.
Because isn't there another story where something very similar, like wasn't that Bruce Lee also, like there was like something suspicious behind his death?
Yeah, his death was odd.
And on set as well?
I think that's
I don't
how
know.
he died. I think did he have like an aneurysm or something happened that shouldn't have happened.
Wild.
But yeah.
I didn't
Something to
know.
look into.
Yeah, for next time.
Yeah, we'll have you back on it. We'll just talk weird celebrity deaths.
Actually, that would be a great podcast.
That would be
a great
sick.
podcast.
Okay, we'll have you back sooner than you think. We'll be like, hey, come here.
Right.
Yeah,
Hey, we're around.
and we'll all bring in our own. We won't tell each other, and we'll
Ooh, yeah,
that
I'm
one's
down
good.
for that.
That
I'm
one's
down for
good.
that.
Yeah.
yeah. So we'll all pick our own, much like trivia, but we all know the answers, which is my favorite. And then we'll share and we'll learn.
Just because I don't think Adam and Allie can see the comments, I will say if you have Shudder, which I assume is a streaming service of some sort,
Yeah,
there's a
so
good documentary about the Crow. If I think
Oh,
Peacock's probably already seen it, but
Cool.
Hmm.
I started last night.
Well, can you tell everyone as we're leaving where they can find you both so people can follow you and enjoy the pleasures and splendors that is both of you?
I mean, we are both not big social media people, but you can find me on Instagram at Hey Allie Price.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell you when I posted last. It's probably been, it was probably back in March, but when the world was a different place.
Yes. And that's fair.
Yeah.
But yep, Hey Allie Price and
Just add My Neighbors Are Dead on Instagram and My Dead Neighbors on Twitter.
Yes, please listen to his podcast. It is wonderful. And they are releasing 2 episodes a week for Halloween leading up to for the month of October, right?
Yeah.
So lots of great
Cool.
horror
It's all Friday
content.
the 13th themed.
Yeah.
it is such a funny podcast. Me and Allie did it as a couple.
Yeah.
it
Allie
really
and I did an episode about the Gremlins, and it was
it's
great.
so funny. You have amazing guests on it. So talented, so
Mhm.
funny.
Yeah, they're all, yeah.
We all must. You have to do a Halloween Town. Not so spooky, but a fun Halloween classic. Have you done
Yeah,
Hocus
right.
Pocus?
I think, I think
Oh,
I don't know if
Hocus
we've done Hocus
Pocus.
Pocus.
You've never done Hocus Pocus?
I don't know if we have or not.
Oh my. And you got to do
Oh.
Halloween Town because it's just Debbie Reynolds and this girl who I always felt kind of looked like me in the face. And not much happens and it's not that spooky, but it's about Halloween.
I don't think I'm familiar with Halloween Town.
You're not? Okay.
Nobody is.
Yeah,
That's a newbie for me.
the young ones are. So, but
We're the same.
yeah, we are the same age. Yeah, absolutely. Just at different points of our life. I'm sort of working backwards and you're moving forwards anyways.
No.
Thank you so much for being on the pod. We will have you back for Celebrity Deaths. Ooh, it'll be a spooky.
It
Oh
will
my-
be a spooky one sometime in October. Let's do this. Spooky.
Yeah, we will. We will.
Maybe we'll dress up Halloween style.
Maybe we will.
You know what?
Growing and growing.
I
And
mean,
we'll Uber eat some candies.
Just go to the grocery store, Stacy.
No. I'm too busy lurking models on Instagram. Well, thank you all for watching and being so lovely in the chat. And we will be back on Monday. Bye, everyone.
Having us.
bye.
Thank you.